Welcome back to day 3, everybody, and thank you so much for watching. Today's DIY is going to be a spring or Easter candy dish. And guys, let me tell you, let me start off by saying this DIY is totally inspired by the Pixiedust Housewife here on YouTube. I cannot take any credit for this DIY. I saw her do this DIY a few months ago, and I said, I am going to do that DIY. I did not know when, but I knew I wanted to get it done. So, guys, what you need is two candy dishes, two tall bases, an acrylic paint of your choice, an adhesive like E6000, and I'm using here a little foam brush. Everything, once again, came from the Dollar Tree. And I forgot you also need a pack of coasters. Everything came from the Dollar Tree with the exception of the acrylic paint and the E6000. Everything else, Dollar Tree people, you already know how I do it. I go Dollar Tree or I go home. So here, guys, I am taking that acrylic paint. I put a sizable amount inside of the dish, and now I am just painting it. Yes, I am just painting it. And don't worry, my friends out there who think that, oh my gosh, she's going to put candy on top of paint, Jesus. No, I am not going to put candy on top of paint. So fear not, you will be okay, all right? So I'm just making sure that I cover the entire um, rim of the candy dish. And this obviously is going to take more than one coat, you guys, because as you can see, it's very streaky right now. So give yourself some time in between coats. I think I ended up doing 2 coats of paint because once I let this first coat dry completely, then the second coat went on very smoothly, very evenly, okay? So you want to give yourself some time in between coats. So if this is something that you want, say by Saturday, you definitely want to get this DIY started on a Thursday, if that makes sense, okay? So I'm just going over it, making sure that I cover every part of the glass, okay? And then next, what I'm going to do is I am going to take some more of that paint and I'm going to put another sizable amount inside the lid of the candy jar, okay? And I'm just doing, again, one little even coat. This part goes by fairly quickly. It didn't take me long at all. And I wasn't really worried about, oh, it's not very even. And I was really just trying to make sure that I covered all of the lid and all of the dish. But I knew that it wasn't going to be a great first coat. So don't worry if it starts to look streaky and you're unsure, okay? And so basically that's what I did. And guys, I let this sit overnight to dry because I wanted to make sure it was completely dry. You don't want it to still be wet and then you're trying to work with it. That's a no-no for show. Okay? And I really love this DIY. When I saw the Pixiedust Housewife do this DIY, I knew that I wanted to do it eventually. It just took me a while. And this is what it looks like, guys, after 2 coats and it drying overnight. You see how even it is? I told you, don't worry. It's going to all come together. Okay, so after I've given it time to dry, now it's time for me to assemble my candy dishes. And I know some of you out there have probably seen this DIY already. If you have, I don't mind if you sign on off now. Thank you for tuning in. But for my friends who have not seen it, I had to share this with you guys because I thought it was so adorable. So I'm just going to take that E6000, guys, and I'm going to apply it, well, after I've turned the dishes upside down, as you can see. I'm going to apply a generous amount of that E6000 to the top of the candy dish. And honey, I'm going to need some more E6000 very soon because I really had to use my muscles to get some of that stuff out. So yeah, I think it's about time for me to get some more. And so I'm just making sure that I put a generous amount on both of the candy dishes. And guys, what I'm going to do is I am going to wait before I start to assemble. Because with a lot of adhesives, you want to make sure it gets nice and tacky. Like your man's ex. You want it to be tacky, honey. Oh my goodness. But you want to make sure it gets tacky. So I did wait a couple of minutes before I went ahead to the next step. Okay, just a couple of minutes, not too long. So now I'm going to take that base that I got from where? You already know, the Dollar Tree. And I am going to sit it right on top of that adhesive. Y'all see it coming together. I know you do. I know you do. And I'm just twisting it and turning it a little bit because I want that vase to adhere to the bottom of that candy dish as tightly and as securely as possible. And I just do the exact same thing for the second one. And don't be afraid to hold it there for a little while. Put a little pressure on it. You don't want to put too much pressure because obviously we are dealing with glass. But don't be afraid to put a little bit on there, okay? And here they are. So now I'm going to take those coasters. And I know you're thinking, what in the world are you going to do with some coasters? Well, you see how that lid goes on there, but it is slipping and sliding and all of that good stuff. Nope, and we do not want it to do that. So that coaster, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that coaster to the inside of that lid. And guys, it fit perfectly. It was exactly what it needed to hold that jar on there nice and secure. So it perfect. Okay? And so I'm just going to take some more of my E6000. And I'm sure you can use hot glue with this. I try not to use hot glue with glass too much, only because, the heat can cause it to shatter and so on and so forth. And you guys already know that can be very dangerous, and we don't want to do that. But I'm sure if you're very careful, I'm sure hot glue will probably work just as well. I just decided to go ahead and use the E6000 because I just didn't want to risk the glass shattering. And again, just you want to be generous. You don't want to put in an over excessive amount, but just make sure that you're putting a generous amount because you do want that coaster to stay on there nice and snug. I really enjoyed this DIY. I really did because, as I stated before, I've been wanting to do it. And I thought, hey, I'm doing the spring series, so now is the perfect time to do it. I have absolutely no problems with giving props where props are due. And guys, if I am not the originator of a DIY, I will let you guys know. And I am definitely not the originator of this DIY, but I did enjoy it all the same. And there you go. It's on there nice and tight and snug, guys. And I did the exact same thing for the second one. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we have had so much candy here lately. First, Christmas candy. Then we roll into Valentine's Day, more candy. And now here comes Easter, and it is going to be more candy in this house. Fix it, Jesus. I don't want any more candy right now. So, remember those cute little bunny erasers and butterfly erasers that I got at the Target One Spot? Well, I am going to use those cuties to embellish this candy jar. I told you guys I had a plan for these erasers because my children, They're just older now, and they're like, Mom, no, we don't want any bunny erasers. No, Mom, we don't want any butterfly erasers. Honey, they hurt my feelings sometimes, but I get it. I get it. They're not babies anymore. So my plan is to try to figure out how I want this little eraser to sit on top of this lid. So then I just decided, hey, why don't we just stand him up right there on top? Let's just plop him right there standing up. I really didn't like the way it looked with him laying flat. So again, I just grabbed that E6000 and I just put a dollop on the very base of the eraser, and I'm going to plop him right on top. And this DIY is very family friendly. If you have little ones who like to craft with you, this would be a great project to do with your little ones. Perfect. And the fact that I did not have to use hot glue is even better because it can be a slippery slope when you're dealing with a hot glue gun with small ones. So, this DIY is definitely family friendly. So get the kids involved. I know they will absolutely love it. And I'm just plopping another eraser, another bunny eraser, on the opposite side of where I put the first one. You can do an eraser. You can do, if you have a cute little figurine, you know how the Dollar Tree, they have all those, they have table scatter and different things like that. So the sky is really the limit. And here they are. They are nice and secured on the top of that lid. And guys, I did the same thing with the butterflies. Do you see the butterfly one on the left? So now it is time to fill these jars up, okay? So I picked up some jelly beans from Dollar General, and I'm just gonna put those right there in that jar. And of course, I washed the jars prior to me putting anything in there. That kind of goes without saying. So I'm just gonna plop those jelly beans in there. I love the spring color of those, the yellows and the blues and the pinks. I thought they were absolutely perfect. And then for that jar, I found these cute little bunny poles. Well, they were called bunny poles. And they are like these marshmallow twists. And I love that they were individually wrapped. I plopped those babies right down in that second jar. Had a few extra, as y'all can see. I got a little too enthusiastic and put a few too many in there, but you guys get the gist of it. And I love, again, I just love that they had all the spring colors and they went perfectly with the jars. And family, here is the final product. Do you guys love them? I promise you I love them. I'm in love with them. I am in love with them. I think they turned out so well. Yes, I did have to go back and touch up some paint a little bit after I had, moved them around and used the glue a little bit. But guys, I'm so happy with the turnout. And I hope you guys like it. Look at the little butterfly on top. Oh my goodness. Look at the little bunny on the other one. I really, really love them. They are off the charts of the cute meter. Okay. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys are enjoying my spring fling DIY series. I am enjoying doing it for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you will tune in tomorrow for day 4 of this DIY series. If you are enjoying the series, thumbs up, guys, and please subscribe for more videos. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.